Hey everyone, this is Lisa with Crepe Myrtle Row. Today I'm going to show y'all my dining room where I decorated a little bit for summer, the Beachy Nautical Coastal Decor. Changed it out, got my milk glass out, most of it. I still have several pieces put up that just didn't fit in here and that I use in other parts of my house. But I mainly do my hutch here and a little bit in my living room. I'll show you what little bit I do over my mantle and stuff in there. But let's get started. Okay, here is my table. And I have these little candle holders with some LED candles in it that are on timers. There's that dough bowl. Give you an overall view of it. And I'll come in here and show you. I just have one of these net things that I cut to put there. Thrifted this little ball with the seashells on it and the little lobster copper mold. And these little balls, I made these years ago. Now you can find them, but you couldn't at the time. And I actually took clear Christmas balls and mixed food coloring in with Mod Podge and poured them inside and swished them around and then like turned them upside down to let them drain out and dry. And when you first do it, it's all like a solid color and like milk. But then after about a week of letting them sit there and drain and dry, you get this. So whatever color food coloring you put in, you get that. And I just took one of these nets and then just put it around and then took some jute string, as you can see, and just tied in there to get me my little float looking things. But like I said, now I think you can actually find those in the stores. Would have been much easier to do that. Have a piece of driftwood I actually picked up off of a beach. I'm believing I found that on Isle of Palms one year here in South Carolina. And then here's a little lantern looking piece. I tried to make it look like a little lighthouse. This is a milk glass vase turned upside down, and I wanted to put me some kind of little candle in there, but the hole at the very bottom is very small, so only a tea light would fit up in there, and that wasn't quite enough light that I wanted. And then I thought about the little fairy lights, but then the battery pack wouldn't fit up in there, so it doesn't have any. And then we go around here. There is a little ceramic ball. That's one of those little molds I found. This is a Christmas ornament. Just stuck it down in there. And then, of course, some seashells. So that's the dough ball. Okay, then we'll go over here. And then here is a milk glass vase, some little salt and pepper shakers I have, some seashells with some more milk glass pieces in my blue and white dishes, and salt and pepper shakers. And I just tried to mainly go with my blue and white theme or anything that kind of went with the nautical look. And then here is my hutch. There's some of the milk glass pieces up there. I have a whole set, the picture right there, I have a whole set of the glasses and everything that go with it. I think that's the Indiana Harvest grape pattern, I believe. I love the little fish salt and pepper shakers. And a big old duck that I painted. He's solid wood too. Some more of the milk glass. In the very back there, y'all have seen that before. That's the mixer that was my grandmother's. And then, if you haven't seen it, I have a tutorial on how to make this rag garland. It's very simple. This one is using strips of cloth cut, and you can also make it out of ribbons. Just buy different color ribbons that you like. And then here on the first shelf we have more milk glass. And by the way, a lot of this stuff, just about all of it, is thrift store finds. The only thing, the greenery was not thrift store finds, and the blue plates in the back. I have bought those. Well, I got some of them inherited from my mother-in-law. Well, not inherited. She's still alive, so it's not inheriting. But she gave them to me one year for Christmas. I think about 3 of them, and then I have found other ones at antique stores or on eBay. But I love the look of them. They're like, see, it says Friendship of Salem, and it's, let me get over here and see if I can show you, if you can get in there. They have the blue, they have the American flag on it, this ship sailing. I just thought it was perfect for around July the 4th and everything. I just love the look of those. And I have a brown set too that I put out at Thanksgiving. This is one of my all-time favorite pieces here. Now this did come from an antique store, but all the others, like the little Chinese couple there, they were thrifted. All of these milk glass pieces were. That little Chinese guy, the little jar there. I love anything with the blue and white dishes. This was my last milk glass piece I found. Paid $3 for that. I couldn't believe it. There's a little Dutch girl back there. And if you'll notice, I've just stuck seashells around in various dishes here. This one is the fish. Look. And I love this little Dutch shoe. And this back here, I'm sorry y'all, it's kind of hard to do it and not put a shadow in it. This is a salt and pepper shaker that did not have the shaker part. I'm looking like Minnie Pearl with my tag still on there. And then I stuck the little succulent down in there. And this tray here, I found the milk glass pieces at a thrift store, and I paid like $1 a piece for them. And they already had the hole in it, and I realized they were actually a serving tray. So I went on to Amazon and found this piece to make it the actual serving tray. Oops. And then just stuck seashells on it. This is one of my favorite little teapots that I found. And this here is real. It is what's called an air fern. My mom found them online somewhere. I'm not sure where. I'm sure you could probably look it up. Just air fern to purchase. But it was not very big, but this thing just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I actually have to trim it back every now and then. But there's no water, anything. It's just a clump of stuff. And it just keeps growing in the air. Found that big planter there for $3 at a thrift store. Here's some little salt and pepper shakers. I did this in a thrift haul a while back. It's actually a divider dish. You just can't see the divider part for all the seashells. And some more of the blue and white teapots, and more teapots. This one's an air fern too. And then I have this lamp that I found. I just love the way the light shines through all of that, and it's like a little nautical piece. So that's all that I have in my dining room. Let me back up to give you an overall, and then we'll go to the living room next. Okay, here in my living room, the main places I decorate in here is my fireplace and above my TV stand. So here you can see how that's, and if you haven't, I have a video on my living room tour and I tell about this. This was actually an old door with side lights that I turned into a mantelpiece. Took the side lights out and put them there and cut the door down, and it's up on top, and as you can see still has the hinges and stuff. So I have a few things up there. This is a garland that I made. I found the pre-made, it was just the jute string with all the little nautical pieces hanging on it, and then I just took different ribbons and cut them and tied them in between to give, I'm kind of obsessed with the ribbon garlands right now. I've done one for Easter, these couple of them, and I definitely am going to do some for fall and Christmas. There's an old whale, a milk glass piece, and a little, it's actually a candle holder up there. It looks like palm trees. And I just found this at a thrift store the other day for like, I want to say it was $2. I couldn't believe it. If you've ever tried to buy seashells, you know they are very expensive. And by the way, a lot of the very decorative shells that I have in my decor, I do purchase like a big bag of them at Walmart or wherever I can find them. And the little tiny ones, a lot of those I actually picked up off of the beach myself. And then my candle went out. Well, it's a battery operated one, but it was on a minute ago. I found that sailboat at Cracker Barrel years ago, but I just have it filled with different seashells, and these are seashells on like Christmas lights that I found. I believe I bought that pack at a Steinmart or something like that, and then just draped the rope looking stuff, net on it. And then I have a lamp over here with seashells. I found that at a thrift store and already had the seashells in it, and a little crab. And then I have this big jar that I found at Hobby Lobby, and I just filled with all kinds of seashells and the little wooden balls and different things. And then I bought the rope and just wrapped it around and glued it on it to give it a more beachy feel. And then up here I have the mermaid and the ball back there. I made the little tassels that hang, the little wooden tassels that hang down on that. And that big parrot or parakeet or whatever he is, macaw, I don't know my birds that well with those. I just had a fit over him. Saw him in an antique store one day, couldn't stop thinking about him, got home, turned around and went back and bought him. Because I don't know, something about the white glass stuff or ceramic I really love. And all of these fish dishes or platters, those came from thrift stores. So did that shell. And let's see, what else do I have that's nautical here? This little frame with the seashells on it, and there's a picture of my mom with my kids when they were very small. You can't see it, the glare's pretty bad, but that was many years ago. They were just little babies down there, both adults. And another one of the parakeets, whatever it is. But that's pretty much that. The only other thing I have a little bit over here Y'all have seen some of this. Hadn't really changed since my thing. I added these little rope fish that I found at a thrift store and the little floats that I found there. But that is that for that. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. This will pretty much stay this way until fall, which I typically decorate for fall around the end of September. You know, sometimes I really get in the mood and I'll get it out quicker than that. But this is pretty much it. So I hope y'all have a blessed day, and you'll see all this again come fall and Christmas. And if you haven't already subscribed to me, please do so. Hit that notification bell and you'll get notified each time I upload. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, please go over there and see me at Crepe Myrtle Row also. Bye.